So I am doing the last of the furnishing supplies, putting them into the Airbnb because we're going to be launching in I think 3 or 4 days. So I've just got the last few things that I forgot and are just additional things that we discovered we needed when we had our trial guests stay. Chris's parents came and stayed for a couple of days and they pointed out a couple of things that they would want to be added, which I think was really, some was helpful, some was not, just given their demographics. So I'm just adding the last of those few things, and I thought I would take you along with me. Excuse the hair, no makeup. I'm gonna go to the gym after this as well, so I just wanted to get ready so that I wouldn't get lazy and not go, because I have not been on top of my gym game this week because the Airbnb getting ready has just taken a lot more of my time. And frankly, I've just been so exhausted getting those last minute things done that I haven't woken up early like I usually do in order to get to the gym. So I thought I would just take you guys along with me. So let's go and do that. First thing to note is that I say we, it was Chris, installed a new door handle that doesn't have a lock, because one thing that we wanted to do was not deal with any physical keys because those can get lost. It's just another process to have to put in place. So we're only doing electronic locks that are Wi-Fi connected, and actually I can show you. So this is the Slage on code, which is really fantastic because you can connect it to your Airbnb account, and what it will do is create a code that is the last 4 digits of your guest's phone number, so you don't have to do that. Is super, super convenient and absolutely love it. In any case, this is the staging stuff for the patio, which we took photos of. I guess I can show you. I'm going to go in here. Here's the living room. I love how it turned out. Give me 1 second to get these things out and I'll show you what the last minute things are that I will be putting away. The last few things that I have, the patio. So outside we have a grill, we have a table and an umbrella. It's a place to chill. I didn't want the guests to have to bring the glassware from inside the house to take that out. It could break. Having to replace it is a whole other process. So again, like the theme for me in this Airbnb and every Airbnb that we launch, frankly, is going to be automate everything as much as possible, which means put as few processes in place as possible. Plastic, I got these from Target. I was going to order from Amazon, but it was going to take a few extra days that I just don't have. So I bought these from Target, and I think it was like $5 or $10. They're not my favorite design, but I do like that they're colorful. Most of all, I like that it's a complete set and they're durable plastic, so I don't have to worry about having to replace these anytime soon. When? The next thing, this was a recommendation from Chris's parents, and this is a non-slip pad for the bathtub. We have a bathtub in the first floor bathroom and then a standing shower in the second floor. So the bathtub could use something that is non-slip or slip resistant. I will unpack that and put that away. Just some extra pillowcases that I already had on hand. Small trash bags for the bedroom trash cans as well as the bathroom trash cans. I just got 2 packs of those. Extra coffee filters that I actually already had on hand and don't use because we don't have this kind of coffee maker. I did get a basket from Amazon, like a filter basket, so I don't actually have to use these, but these are just a backup just in case. Because again, like I don't want to have to keep replacing a bunch of supplies. Like there's supplies that I'm always gonna have to replace, like toilet paper, paper towels, soap, shampoo, lotion, etc. And I've got those all on a subscribe and save through Amazon. But I figured if I could just do the permanent little basket from Amazon, then that's one less thing that I have to buy consistently and replace. So this just makes life a little easier, and then that's a plan B in case anything happens to the basket, and then the guests will always have some sort of option available for them. Trash bags for the larger trash can. Are these the larger? No, these are 8 gallons. So these are for the ones in the bathroom actually, and then these are the ones for the bedroom trash can. Disinfectant spray, because part of the 5-step cleaning process that Airbnb requires, once a room is clean you have to disinfect the air, so we got that, and I'll just get that on a subscribe and save through Amazon so I don't have to worry about replacing it. Here are the cups with lids for the outside. I love that they have lids because outside you have bugs and things that, you know, could want to get into your drink, and this can help prevent that. So love these cups. Not my style, but again, super colorful and happy, so it works. Ice cube trays, because I did forget that, and this was another recommendation from Chris's parents, so I just got 2 of these silicone trays from Target. Another supply that I got from the subscribe and save, actually. This was one of the first to arrive. It's just a salt and pepper grinder set. So that's it. So I'm gonna put all of these things away, and that's gonna be it, I think, for today. There are a couple of, no, that's not true. So there's a couple of other things we still have to do. There's a little patch of the wall that Chris is repairing. I think he needs to just sand the mud, I think it is dried, and then see if it needs a new coat. And if so, he'll put a new coat on it and then sand it tomorrow, and then we'll paint. But if it doesn't need another coat, he'll just go ahead and sand it, and then I can just do the touch-up paint. There's just a couple of places on the wall that need a little bit of touch-up paint. The previous tenants did a really good job of keeping this place in good shape, so there really wasn't much that we had to do. We will see if we can finalize that, because if we can, that means that that's one less day that we have to wait in order to launch. The other thing that we're waiting on to be able to launch is the photos. So we took those on Friday. The only issue was that it was an overcast day, so we didn't get the kind of light inside or outside that we really wanted, that I think really makes this place shine. So we will see what he's able to do in post-production. He does use HDR on his camera, which is a way of taking lots of photos of the same shot, and it captures different light. We'll see how that turned out. Here, Chris coming in, so that is my cue to get this going. All right, bye. All right, new trash bag installed. That could probably be better, but I am just not gonna worry about it. Oh, one other thing to show you is that I used our steamer to steam this and make it less wrinkly, so I think it looks much better, much more luxe, and not like straight out of the box. It could probably use more steam, and I actually probably will do that tomorrow or later tonight. Another thing that I did was I labeled the drawers and the cabinets to just make it easier for guests to find things. I thought I would show you, and I put the barbecue stuff away, and I did it by activity, and I'll show you what I mean right now. Here is our drink station. You see I've got little labels here. I labeled that grill, I labeled that drink. I have put in here barbecue supplies, and then I have the manuals for the coffee makers here, and once the coffee and tea arrives, I will put that in here as well. And then I did the same thing on these cabinets and drawers. So prepare, store, and you'll see like these are more of the cooking utensils. I have the most commonly ones used there. I have the additional ones in there. This is going to be more cooking supplies. I've got the cutting boards, extra towel, the sieve, the mat for the oven mitt rather, and storage supplies. So some containers with lids. So that's essentially the system in the kitchen, is to just group things by like activity. That way it's hopefully a little bit more obvious, but this kitchen is pretty small, so I don't think that our guests are going to have a tough time finding anything, because there are only so many options. And in the guest book that is digital and will be emailed to guests, I'll include an explanation of where they can find everything. So I'm almost done putting things away, and then the next thing I have to tackle is this oven, which I'll show you in a sec. But the prior tenants did a lot of baking, and the oven is in need of some desperate cleaning, so I will do that. I got some of that, what is it, the Scrub Mommy paste, which is amazing. I actually cleaned our stove yesterday. It did a beautiful job, so I'm going to use that and get that done today. Like I would have the cleaner do it, but it's like, it's probably going to take more time, and I would want pure extras. It's easy enough for me to do, so I will get to that in a few moments. All right, so I'm about to put the grip mat, the no slip mat, into the shower, and I thought I would just show you this bathtub. It's not my favorite, but we are going to completely redo it after maybe in about a year after we get some cash flow and I've paid off the home equity line of credit that I use to furnish this place and do the last few updates to the house. It is not my favorite, but it is functional. It's fine. I really wanted to be able to replace the shower fixtures, but you can't just do the fixtures without doing a whole gut because the way that the plumbing is set up for each fixture, you actually have to open up the wall to replace it. It didn't make any sense to just put new fixtures without gutting the whole thing. So that's something that we're going to do in the future. Chris really wants to do it on his own so he can teach himself how to tile. I think we'll do some sort of something super fancy like a subway tile and do maybe like a herringbone pattern, something that's a little bit more unique. And in any case, I will stop talking about the shower and we'll show you what it looks like. Here is the shower with the mat installed. So it's your, standard tub. I do have these really great dispensers for the soap, for body wash, shampoo, and conditioner. And this is just a low flow faucet, but it actually flows really, really well. I think it just somehow saves water. These were the fixture, like we really wanted to replace all of these, but again, like I said, it just wasn't going to be feasible to do without completely gutting the bathroom. So it's fine. It's not my favorite. It's really old. It is clean and it's functional. So I will live with it now. That's one of the things that I've really had to rein myself in on. That is to let go of it being completely perfect and exactly what I wanted it to be, because it's not going to be that. So do the best job that I can, make it beautiful, make it an experience, put my all into it, but don't worry about like every single detail being absolutely perfect. And like, that's just something that I've got to do for my own development because I am a perfectionist and I can tend to beat myself up when things aren't exactly the way that I want them to be. I'm going to let that stuff go because, we are going to be in a process of iteration on our units, like get it up, make it the highest quality we absolutely can. And then over time, as we get feedback, like address things and, make it that absolutely perfect experience down the line, but I'm not going to worry about doing that right now. That is where we are with that, and I'll just keep taking you along as I finish the last few things in here. I'm going to take on cleaning that stove in a second. Now I am in the second floor bathroom and just put the trash can liner into the trash can, and I thought I'd show you. Here's the shower stall, so no bathtub in that second bathroom. I made a mistake and ordered a shower rod that was too short, so that should be coming tomorrow and I will put the new one on. But you can see the little soap dispensers there. I think they look super cute. Is the bathroom, and I mentioned that we were doing some drywall patching, and then there that is, we removed the old toilet holder that was there because it was a little too short. The little arms of it were too short and the roll wouldn't fit. You couldn't turn the roll, it just didn't work. So I got this also from Amazon to just give a lot more space for the toilet roll to flow freely. And I got chrome to match the chrome that's already in here. Chrome is not my favorite, but it's what's already in here and I just wanted it to be cohesive. I just kept it simple. Said he needed to put another layer on it and I think he just did that. We have to wait for that to dry and he will sand tomorrow. Hopefully that will be it and then we can paint it. So we're another day from finishing that. And since we're gonna have to paint that, then I will just hold off on doing the last few little touches of wall paint that need to happen. So I can just do that all at once rather than take the can of paint from the cellar, bring it up, do all that rigmarole. So I want to be as efficient as possible. So let me give you a bigger view of the bathroom. Look, here's the original door. I love it. Oh, where are the towels? So we were going to I actually did buy some hooks to go across here. The challenge is that there's no stud in here. We clearly didn't build this because it's not to code. You're supposed to have a stud, I think, every 16 inches, and there isn't one here. If you drill anything in here, you're drilling into drywall, which means it's very unstable and can break. The previous owner had a towel rod and it did exactly that. It completely broke and it ripped off a chunk of the wall. So we actually had to repair that, and Chris did a beautiful job. You can't even tell that he fixed it, but we didn't want to drill anything in there because it's going to be super unstable. We're just going to have the problem of it breaking again. I just got one of these over the door hooks and put the clean towels there. I think that's the best solution that we could do at this point, and I'm happy with it. So this is going to be nice and clean. I think maybe we can get a piece of art to put there later. So that's where we are with this bathroom. And since I'm here on the second floor, I figured I would just show you what it's looking like when you come in. So the door from coming upstairs is there. So you walk through the door and then you see the side table, the bed, and then you've got the dresser there, HVAC unit, and there's the wall art, windows, and a super cute hanging plant. And then here's the bathroom and the rug, which I think goes really, really well with the wood tones that are in the headboard and the sideboards and the dresser. So I absolutely, absolutely love this design. It could not have been any more perfect for the vibe that we were going for. Here's the art here. One other thing we did in this room to open it up, there used to be a door here, and there were a couple reasons why we took it out. And that's because, first is because it was painted. So it was the original door like this, but it was painted white and it had been painted 1,000 times. And the paint was really splotchy and it didn't look great. I wanted the doors to be as cohesive as possible. As you can see, these are all the original doors, and I just wanted to keep that vibe. The second reason we took it out was because it's very clunky. So it hung right there, which means it opened from the left side and it opened to the right. Well, it would hit this door, so you could never have these two doors open. Frankly, when this door is open, it kind of hid this door, so you couldn't really tell that there was a door there. And that's the closet. So I wanted it to be very obvious that there is indeed a closet in this room, and then open up the space. So I think it looks a lot better without the door. And now you can see that you have this amazing little relaxation room where we've got the TV, some art. We also have this chair. The second chair is coming in a few days. It'll match it. So we'll put that here with some additional pillows. This will be a great little relaxation room. We wanted to leave the center area open because we do have massage services that our guests can get if they are so inclined, and we wanted to leave that space open to allow for a massage table. But that is that room. The other thing that I wanted to do, I just don't think we're gonna have time. I wanted to have Chris build a frame that could go around this mirror. I think it's a great mirror. It adds much more light to the room, and I don't want to get rid of it at all. And it also like keeps us from having to put art on this wall, but it's a little blah. So there were a couple of videos I found on YouTube where you can create like a wooden frame to just go around it, or maybe at least the three sides, because the baseboard's kind of a de facto frame on the bottom. But didn't have time. Maybe he'll do that in a few days and install that when we don't have guests. So that's that. And then actually, let me show you the only proper closet in this home. This is a historical let's see, it was built in 1915. So what is that, 107 years old? And they just didn't build homes the same way that they do now in terms of open space and space to store things. And so this is really the only proper hanging closet that has any sort of space in it. And we've got the luggage racks there. This is a pretty good closet that guests are able to use. We've got some hangers there. That is the second floor room. I am so super happy with how the decor and the space turned out. It's absolutely beautiful. All right, let's get to cleaning the stove. I thought I would show you one more thing, and there's an echo in here, so I will probably go into another room. But we replaced all of the outlets so that they're all brand new and not the grody ones. Simple, but I think makes for an elegant solution. Since I'm headed downstairs, I thought I would show you the first floor bedroom. And we've got a similar theme going on here with the blues and the natural gold and yellow from the wood tones. We have the art against the wall. These headboards, both of them are mounted to the wall, so they're not attached to the bed. The bed itself, the bed frame, is a separate item. And we have these curtains in here, which were actually in the living room, but we had our trial guest, Chris's parents, come and stay, and we had sheer curtains in here, and it was too bright for them to be able to sleep later in the morning, because you can see there that parking lot. So that is a hospital, which is actually pretty quiet given that it's a hospital and there are ambulances that come here throughout the day. It's pretty rare, but it happens. But they don't blare their sirens or anything, but they do flash the lights. Here they do have lights on in the parking lot for people who are light sensitive. Having sheer curtains doesn't work, so we moved these curtains curtains, and they're just much more effective at blocking out the light. Moved those sheer curtains over here where it matters less because this is just like the hangout space. Nobody's going to be sleeping in here. I love that we have the sheer curtains in here because it just lets the light in and just keeps it a nice and airy space. Even though you've only got the 2 windows, like you have plenty of light that can come in from different sources. I think it makes for a super bright space. I'm really going to now move on to cleaning this oven. The base of the oven is pretty grody, so that's going to be what I gotta get done there. It is a few days later since we launched last week, and I didn't get a chance to finish the setup video, so I just wanted to give an update here, and that's to say that we received 4 bookings actually, almost sold out for the month of June, and are maybe a week into July, almost completely booked, which is amazing. And we have our first guests now. Everything's going great. They haven't reached out needing anything, and I reached out to them to check in, and they said everything was fantastic. So I am beyond happy that it seems to be working, and all of the systems that we put in place are working, which means I don't have to spend very much time managing this once it gets going. So it was a lot of work to get it up and running, to get it ready, to set up all of the systems. But once those were properly set up, I don't have to do anything, which is amazing. This is the exact outcome that we were hoping for. So I'm super excited about that, and what's next is continuing to look at our occupancy rates and our our average nightly rates to see how we compare to others in terms of how many bookings we get, and just fine-tuning the automated pricing, and hoping that I'm able to keep it at least 80% occupied, if not 90%. Like, that's really the goal, is 90% occupancy. So that is pretty much it in terms of launching our first Airbnb. I hope that you found this helpful. We have three more coming online, at least 3 or 4 more coming online this year. 3 are going to be here in Frederick, 1's going to be in West Virginia, and we should probably get going on those in the next 2 months, I'm guessing. We are in the process of completing the sale of the duplex that we bought, all the paperwork there. Once that's done, we'll get going on the remodeling and the furnishing and all that. So I think that's going to take at least a couple of months to even get started, and then probably a month or 2 to finish. So I think that we will be putting those places online, I would guess, in October, November, and hopefully we'll be able to get some of that fall visit traffic to Frederick, which is a great time to visit here. And that's all that I've got for this video. I hope that you found it helpful, and I will be checking in to let you know how things are going after our first few guests, how our reviews have gone, any refinements that we've made. So, just subscribe, check back in to see those videos, to check our journey. Apologize for the face, because I just did not put anything on it. In fact, I'm going to go to the gym in a second, and I don't put on makeup to go to the gym. That is all that I had, so I hope you have a great rest of your day, week, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.